Okay, so today I'm just going to take a beginning shot at this. What I got is a Honda, what is it, 5 horsepower, 2600. 2600. These are 2600, what is that, gallons per what? 2600 PSI, that's it. 2600 PSI pressure washers. I've had this one many years. I got it for a couple $100 at a, not a pawn shop, but like a used appliance place. It was sitting outside. I saw it. I said, hey, I need one of those. Worked fantastic for years and years and years. The pull rope broke on me last time. I just pulled it out and tied it off, shortened up a little bit. But the problem I have with it is it's spewing. What is it spewing? What's it doing? Spewing out the carburetor. I think it's backfiring, blowing out the intake or something. It's got a stuck valve or something, I believe, and it's got a broken leg, but I gotta weld that back on. But I came across this other beat up one, same model. This one runs, but the pump leaks like a sieve, and the tires are crap, and it's kind of rusted. But the frame's actually decent. So what I'm going to attempt to do, and I say it's attempt because I could get these wheels over here, and I thought that'd be a lot easier than that. But they're going to have to come off. I'm going to try to transfer the pump off of this one over here onto that one over there, and get one to work out of both of them. My other alternative is to pull the head, pull that head, the one that's working, and put it on that one. But since the easiest, most intrusive thing would be just to switch pumps, I'm going to give that a shot. If it comes down to I need more, then I'll do whatever. But I'm going to build one out of two of them and just start here and see what happens. Okay, first update. Well, I was able to, using what is this, 5/16 5/16 socket on a 1/4 inch drive to get the two bolts on there. And this is all metric, so it's nice at 5/16. I got it. COVID-19. This came off. Oh wait, that came off. You got these little guys stuck in the side like that. This is the in and the out. The out one's simple. You just grab it with a crescent wrench. This one, on the other hand, I got a little tiny pair of pipe wrench that I thought would work, but it won't. It's too fat. So I used a good old pair of channel locks to grab a hold of it. Don't have to worry about too much. The part you grab a hold of is not going back in, so you're not going to bugger those threads up. Anyway, that comes off. Came back over this side. Luckily, a 1/2 inch drive, which means that these bolts are 13mm heads. Before them come out, got to unscrew this thing, which I have no idea what. It fits in a rubber. Fits in a rubber sling right there. I have no idea what this is, but it screws up in there. Crescent wrench pulls that out of there. You pull the bolts, turn this thing up a little bit, and I didn't have any balance, so pump comes right off. Got a nice big fat key in it, so you don't have to worry about getting it screwed up. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Drop it on over there in I don't know, 10 minutes. I should be able to fire it up and see what happens. And then if it works, I'm going to transfer the wheels over it and we be jamming. Alright, that's it for the moment. Alright, so I got the good pump on the good motor, and it's over here. I'm just going to fire it up for a second and see if the motor turns the pump. Turn it on, choke it. Let's see if I can do this without having the whole thing fall over the place with one hand. I'd say that's good. All right, let's see if I can, you know what, I think I'm going to leave it like that, and I'm going to hook water to it before I go into trying to get those other wheels off the other side, in case I got to just pull this whole thing and put it on the other frame, which won't be any big deal, actually. All right, let's hook this thing up and see if it pumps. Oh, let's see if I can get this thing to fire up with the water pressure on it. Sometimes it won't do that. That was interesting. Up in the woods. Maybe too much back pressure. We got a water problem. Yes, no. Could be water though. Uh-oh, no water. Well, it's not the well. We got full water pressure. It wasn't leaking over there. I don't know what's going on here. Something weird happened. Water's not transferring to the pump. We got a pump issue. Oh dear. I may know what happened. I think I know what happened. I think what probably happened is this nozzle is clogged up. I've had this happen before. The nozzle clogs, which means I won't be able to take this apart. I'm gonna have to, this is gonna be a pain. Yep, okay, the hose is pressurized. Either have to wait, or I gotta figure out a way to get this thing loose. That's what the issue is. The nozzle's clogged. I have to uncouple something. I gotta depressurize this hose. Yeah, it's a royal pain in the butt. Alright. So let me do that. Just won't be able to film it. Okay, we'll let that be a lesson to me. Always, you haven't run these things in a while, make sure that the nozzle's out of them. The spray nozzle, because there's a tiny little hole. So, that's just with the hose running. Squeeze the trigger. These little things. Can't see through it. It's plugged up. Rust came out of there and all kinds of crap. So let's try this again. We won't get the full-blown pressure until I clean the nozzles out. But I'll make sure the nozzles are clean before I put them on there. Let's see if the pump is working at least. Jeez. What can I say? Real life. I would say it's working. You gotta twist these things. Hoses get wrapped up like that, and you gotta spin the hose. I'm gonna water the plants here. I won't be able to get them as much. You know what? I'm gonna find me a nozzle, and I'm gonna water the plants. Anyway, that part worked. We'll go ahead and transfer the rest of the parts, and that figures to be a completed unit working. All right, next step in recovering This pressure washer back into service since it's now running and spraying. Since this frame has both its legs attached and the motor, I took the pump off the other one. Now I have to change the wheels because that one over there's got 2 good wheels and tires. This one has 2 bad wheels and tires. These are a real pain in the butt. So the way it works is got these little sleeves that the set screw hold on the axle to keep the wheel on. You can see how this wheel blew up on me. So these are Japanese, so they're metric. I've got an Allen wrench that was close. Don't have a metric one, so I took a file and filed it down to where I got it where it'll actually go in there. I sprayed these things down with PB Blaster. PB Blaster is the best. And let them sit overnight's the best way to do it. Now I'm coming in with a heat gun and I'm going to heat these suckers up. And what that'll do, this axle is steel, and this little part around here is as well, but what the heat will do will expand this. The theory being that it'll open this hole up a little bit and allow that set screw to be removed. Right now it's rusted in place, so as you heat it up, and you can cool it off and heat it up and cool it off and heat it up, cool it off. It'll just keep going. But if you get nice and hot enough, that should pop out of there, hopefully. Heat it up too much, you could actually strip it out because they'll soften that, but that's hardened steel, should be harder steel, I should say, than this part. So I'm going to fire this thing up. Put it on high, hook it, try not to melt the wheel or the wheel's crap, and see if we can break that loose. So I only got one hand, still haven't got my camera fixed. I'll be back. So far so good. Heat that sucker up for a bit, squirt a little more PB Blaster on there, tap that sucker in so it was nice and tight, and gave it a few pops. It popped. So that one's come out. That one's rusted on there as well. I'm not sure if this is indexed to a particular place on the axle. That's a dumb place to put the screw back that way. So let me grab a pair of channel locks. Grab hold of that. Alright, got my channel locks. And sure enough, comes right off. Now if you saw me grab that with my hands when I first did that, it was pretty stupid because this thing gets nice and hot. Anyway, so there we go. That's the goal. I'm going to have to pull all 4 so I can transfer the good ones over the bad ones. And this should be good to go. So that's the basic procedure. Voila. Okay, and here we have it completed. 2-in-1 pressure washer. I managed to get all 4 of those little locky dealies off of there with heat, PB Blaster, and patience. So what we've done, changed the wheels, changed the pump. I went ahead and changed the valve cover and the muffler cover because the other ones were better. The other pull handle had broken, so we have a spare one of those. This one's still working pretty good. I just changed the oil. It's like, I don't know, half a quart of straight 30 weight. I got a full set of pressure washer heads, plastic hoses. I got a couple hoses now and what I call the swizzle tip. This is the high pressure swizzle head for cleaning off stuff. Puts a circular pattern up and blasts the heck out of everything, so you can take paint and all kinds of stuff off it. Anyway, so now the pressure washer is serviceable and usable, and we will be using that now as well. One more project down. This thing has served me well. Now this is a hybrid of the two. Should be good to go for quite some time now.